Hi, my name is Bill McCamley. It is July 31st, 2020. I am the Secretary of the New Mexico Workforce Solutions Department. I wanted to give you an update on some of the unemployment issues that are happening to a lot of people around the country and here in New Mexico right now. So, since last April, the federal government, through the CARES Act, has allowed anybody on unemployment to get not only what they would normally get through the unemployment system, which is what we call their weekly benefit amount, but an additional $600 stipend on top of that to help a lot of people that are having trouble finding jobs and getting through this pandemic. And a lot of people have really relied on that money to pay for food and utilities and childcare, healthcare, a whole bunch of stuff. But that program ran out last week, which means people got their last stipends for that this week. Congress has been talking about extending the program, but has not done so. And they've been negotiating all week, but the Senate adjourned today, so nothing's going to happen, it looks like, for the weekend. So that means next week, everyone on the unemployment system will only be getting their weekly benefit amount. That means a lot of people that have been relying on these issues are going to have some holes in their budget. And what we want to really ask people to do is don't be afraid to ask for help. If you have housing issues, please understand you can't be evicted right now if you can't pay your rent. The New Mexico Supreme Court has that protection in place, but you got to show up to court and you got to prove your financial inability to pay. And you can call New Mexico Legal Aid if you need help in this situation. It's 833-545-4357. NewMexicoLegalAid.org is their website. If you're having issues with utilities, understand that the New Mexico Public Regulation Commission, which oversees all the electric providers in the state, has put a moratorium on disconnects for people that can't afford to pay their electricity. So wherever you're at, you shouldn't have your electricity disconnected because you can't pay your bill right now. Furthermore, if you are a customer of the New Mexico Gas Company, which many people in central and northern New Mexico are, they have the same kind of moratorium as well. They will not disconnect you. The Albuquerque Water Authority has one of those programs in place as well. They won't disconnect you. And many cities have different programs for their services, some water, gas, solid waste. So Santa Fe, for instance, has a moratorium on any kind of disconnects for water. And Las Cruces actually has a program to help you pay off your utility bills if you're low income. And so you need to work through their billing office. They've given a bunch of money to a nonprofit named Los Peregrinos, who can help folks in that category help pay off their bills. So check with them on that. For food, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, what many people think of as food stamps, is accepting applications. And their website is www.yes.state.nm.us. You can apply there and try to get some help with food. Furthermore, the Roadrunner Food Bank, rrfb.org, not only provides food to people in the Albuquerque metro area, but helps shunt food to some of the food banks all around the state as well. I know they do it in Santa Fe, down in my hometown of Las Cruces. Their website also has information on where to get food all across the state. So if you need help getting food, please don't hesitate to give them a call. Also, if you are financially able to, it's a really, really good organization to deal with. I want to talk a little bit about some restaurants throughout the state. The public health order that the governor's put into place has asked in-person dining to stop because one of the ways that COVID-19 spreads really easily is when you're inside with a lot of people without a mask. And that's what in-person dining in restaurant unfortunately does. And it has stopped as part of the public health order. And I want to say thank you so much to many of the restaurants that have tried to make patio dining work and seems to have worked really well in a lot of places. You guys are being creative, being problem solvers, and we are so, so appreciative of all your efforts. I know I eat takeout at least once a day, sometimes a lot of times twice a day to help support these restaurants. And thanks for making patio dining work. But there are 9 restaurants throughout the state that continue to disobey the order, therefore putting their workers and their community more at risk of the spread of this terrible, terrible disease. And so if any workers in those restaurants apply for unemployment, we are going to grant them what is called good cause, which means there's a reason, a health reason they shouldn't be working at those places because their employers are flaunting the system and causing a lot more risk to both their workers and their community. We don't like to do this. This is not something that's fun, but everyone in the governor's cabinet is trying very, very hard to do whatever we can to stop the spread of this terrible disease. And some people say, well, we should just open the economy back up again. Well, Arizona did that. And in the Washington Post this last week, you saw a really good comparison where in Arizona, they opened up their restaurants and they opened up bars and gyms and everything really early and a lot faster than we did. And yeah, they saw more jobs initially. What happened? COVID spiked. A lot more people got the disease. A lot more people had to go in the hospital. 3 times the amount of people, even controlling for population, died than here in New Mexico. And they had to pull it back again. And right now, their economy is right back where ours is. And so what we see is that saying, hey, we're going to trade some people dying for getting the economy back up, it's a false choice. It doesn't work. We need to get everybody healthy. Then the economy starts working again. And those two things are interlinked. So if we can all wear our masks, if we can all socially distance and not go to parties, if we can all do everything we can to knock down the spread of this thing, we're not only going to save lives, we're going to get a lot of these folks on unemployment back to work earlier than we would normal otherwise. So thanks everybody for watching this. Really appreciate it. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to ask, and hope everyone has as good and safe a weekend as you can. Thanks.